Would you like to know what you can learn from social media to help your surveillance cases? If you said yes, then this video is for you. Welcome to the PI Guide, tips, tricks, and advice for professional private investigators just like you. My name is John Morris. I am a licensed professional private investigator in Colorado. One of the biggest challenges for a surveillance investigator is conducting mobile surveillance. In today's challenging world, it seems most of our surveillance subjects are more and more aware of the possibility of being surveilled. This is especially true when it comes to workers' comp, personal injury, and slip and fall type cases. What would you say if I told you there is a way for a surveillance investigator to gain an edge to help them out during surveillance? No, I'm not talking about using a GPS or other tracking device. That is a very complicated and confusing subject, and I don't have the time in this video to discuss the usage of GPS tracking by private investigators. What I am talking about is gathering intel on your subject, finding out as much information as you can before you ever conduct surveillance. Obviously, there is the type of intel we should be getting, like vehicle plates and descriptions. Do they own the residence, where they live? But what about other intel? Well, luckily for us today, there is social media. Everyone seems to love to tell everyone about everything in their life. Now, sure, there are people who have their social media accounts fairly locked down, but you can still sometimes gain information on those people too. But that also is a topic for another discussion. Let's explore all of the information we can gain from someone's social media account. Now, when I talk social media, I'm talking Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, and even YouTube and other similar sites. Here is an excellent example of information you might get from someone's social media page. Vehicles. That's right, vehicles. Let's say you don't have access to a database that provides vehicle information for your state, or perhaps the person just bought a new vehicle, or maybe they have managed to get their vehicle registration information hidden. Yes, that is possible in most states under certain circumstances. Well, I see it all of the time when someone buys a new car, a truck, or even a boat or a camper or a trailer or whatever. Boom, there are all kinds of pictures of that vehicle posted on Facebook and everywhere else. Hey, look what I just got, folks. Look what my husband got me for our anniversary. Oh my goodness, my parents just bought me this for graduation. Everyone is so excited to brag and show off and let the world know about their new toys. Now, even if that happened 3 years ago, well, they put it up there. If you scroll through the social media long enough, you will run across it. And if it happened to be in the last 5 or 6 years, they're probably still driving that car. Now, while you are scrolling through looking for a car, what else can you find? Keep an eye out for everything, folks. When I do this, I am truly, I'm trolling. I'm reading every post, looking at every photo, looking at friends, looking at family comments. You name it, I review it. I have found out information like what church a person goes to. Now, I can get that church's service schedule off of the internet, and if I conduct Sunday surveillance, I know about what time they may be leaving and where they may be going. What about after church, though? Well, again, some people post almost every Sunday where they go out to eat after church. Had a great time with the fam at Bob's Barbecue in Old Town. Watch for those types of posts. If you know they go out after church often to eat, then be prepared. Check out their favorite restaurants and get a good idea of where those places are located. If you lose them briefly while on mobile surveillance as they pull into a busy shopping center, when you go in and you see a barbecue joint there, it might be the first place to start looking for their vehicle. But what if they have pets? If you find information on their social media pages about their pets, this can be very helpful. They may go home first after church to let the dog out, feed the cat, or whatever. Or they may go on a regular walk with their dog on the weekends. Do they have photos of their dog at the area parks? Can you identify those parks on Google Maps? How valuable would that be for your surveillance? When your subject goes for a walk with the dog, if you already know what park they usually go to, it sure would make mobile surveillance or foot surveillance much easier, wouldn't it? Speaking of walks, are they involved in other physical activities? Do they work out regularly? Some guys love to flex a bit and they always check in at the gym. Let the girls know that they are working on their physique. This is priceless information to have for sure for surveillance. Just schedule your surveillance on their workout days. Does your subject have children? This is great information to know as well. Are they school aged? If they are elementary age, then your subject may be taking them to school every morning and picking them up in the afternoon. Where do they go to school? Many times I have had this type of information prior to going out on surveillance, and what a lifesaver it was. Kids get loaded up in the car at 7:10 a.m. and off we go. But where are we going? Wait, I did my homework. I know what school the kids go to. I already drove by the school and did my recon on my way to the residence. I know the perfect place to set up and observe and maintain a follow after the kids are dropped off. Trust me, there is nothing worse than following your subject into a school drop-off zone blind. What if the kids are high school age? Are they involved in school sports? Maybe dad will be going to the school football game Saturday to see his son play. These are the types of activities you need to keep an eye out for. Maybe your subject is older though. Kids are all grown up. You may want to check their kids' social media pages too. Do they have information about their parents about when their kids go to see grandpa and grandma? More valuable information there to be sure. If the subject usually has the grandkids over on Saturday afternoons, chances are they do stuff outside in the yard, or they go to a park, the pool, or they do some other fun activity. Trust me on this. I am a grandparent. When the grands come over, it is time to head outdoors and have some fun. What other information can you think of that can be gained from social media? Go down in the comments below and let me know. How about birthdays? Yeah. Does your subject go out and have a few drinks on his birthday? Is it coming up soon? Would that be a good day to conduct surveillance? How about his wife's birthday? Is that right around the corner? Might he be out shopping before that or take her out to eat that evening? He might be a bit distracted and not be as aware of his surroundings then. While we're talking about celebrating, how about other holidays? Does your subject show high activity around Valentine's Day? How about Halloween, Christmas? Where does she go shopping? There is so much information that you can gain if you keep on scrolling, folks. Vacation time is great too. I had a case one time where I saw my subject went to the same lake every summer, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and the 4th of July. It was always a huge family gathering. Everyone brought their tents, their campers, their boats, their fishing gear, barbecue necessities, and made a weekend out of it. And I got some great video while I had some fun in the sun too. Information like that was so valuable to me. Sure, he could have gone somewhere else, but I knew once he was heading in that general direction, I had an easy follow the rest of the way. And I had photos of his family, his brothers, his uncles, his aunts, their vehicles, their campers, you name it. It was all up on Facebook. When we got to the lake, I almost felt like I was a part of the family. I recognized so many vehicles as we approached. I knew exactly where he was going. I could just head off in another direction, pull over, and get my video, then find a good shady place to hang out for the rest of the day. Trolling through social media pages and looking for information is good to be sure. But what about real-time activity? I had a subject one time that was always checked in wherever he went. If he went to the restaurant, he checked in. If he went to the gym, he checked in. If he went and got fast food, guess what? He checked in. It was bizarre, but very helpful. The guy drove like a maniac, and we had 2 investigators, and we still lost him a lot. But it was nice because we always knew that he would eventually check in somewhere and tell us where he was. When he got to his girlfriend's, he checked in. When he got to his parents where he lived, he checked in. He would often go out to his car and smoke pot, and guess what? Yep, he checked in. So if your subject is highly active on Facebook or some other social media site, it might be a good thing to have that app up on your phone and watching it for activity. Sometimes people will post that they're going to be barbecuing, or they have to work on their car, or they're heading to the doctor's office or a vet's office or wherever. Be ready, be prepared. You never know what information social media will provide you. Now, one time I got the worst information ever on my subject's Facebook, but it was good intel to have, to be sure. I had what I thought was a very successful day of surveillance. I followed my subject for a couple of hours, went to 4 or 5 stores. He got all kinds of stuff, and I got tons of video. I got on his Facebook the next morning as I was getting ready to head out on day 2 of my surveillance, and boom, there it was. There was a photo of my car parked down the street from his residence, and his post was something like, "I wonder if my friend will come play tomorrow." Go figure. Hey, here are 2 more videos that I made just for you. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the PI Guy channel. And remember, folks, stay safe out there.